America! Welcome to the Interjections podcast, where we cover something subtitled The Undiscovered Decade. It is July 4th as we're recording. It is the 250th anniversary of our country. And what is more America than bowling? I don't know if you've ever seen the film Kingpin, but we're going to cover that one.
What's more American than a sport that was born in a bar?
It is American, right? It isn't like randomly
Listen,
Welsh.
let's educate where.
While you're doing that, I'll bring in the spinner wheel so one of the three of us can describe the plot
I
of
hope it's
Kingpin.
whoa. Bowling traces its roots back to ancient Egypt,
Really?
according to the AI overview. So who knows?
It's the Pharaoh's game.
Right, which is
Cool.
why
That's neat.
I just remember Ramsey bowling those 9 pins. Don't you
Right.
remember that?
Yeah,
so like, people are joking that these Duncan things look like ancient Egyptian urns.
that is funny.
Uh-oh.
All right, let's see which one of us has to do this.
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no
It was
whammy,
like
no
two
whammy.
of you next to each other. That wasn't really
Oh
fair.
God! All right.
Well, you have one more for the rest of the year.
It was
So,
only a matter of time.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kingpin is your classic, young upstart gets involved in some shady business and loses the only thing he has going for him, and then ends up training another young upstart 30 years later. That kind of story.
It's your
Woody
classic
Harrelson-
rags to riches to rags to riches.
Yeah, something like that. Where Woody Harrelson in the 60s is the greatest bowler the world's ever seen. And so he's got a bright future ahead of him. And then this character played by Bill Murray,
Ernie McCracken.
Ernie McCracken, or Big Ern, decides to take advantage of him and use him for a little hustle, try to make some extra cash. And then when the shady dealers find out what he's doing, Ernie skips town and leaves. What's Woody's name? Roy
Yeah, Roy.
Munson.
Roy Munson.
He got Munson.
Yeah, that was funny.
Good
And
running
so
guy.
they jam his hand in the ball retrieval thing. Bowling prodigy loses his hand, starts drinking himself into oblivion, and then they show his childhood, and then 10 years later he's Woody Harrelson at 30, playing a kid. And then 17 years later, it's 1996. He's at the bowling alley drowning his sorrows, and he sees this other young upstart who happens to be an Amish fella being played by Randy Quaid. And he plays, what's his name? Ishmael?
Ishmael Boorg.
Ishmael Boorg, Amish bowling prodigy. But of course, because he's Amish, he can't do all of these things, without his family knowing. Yeah, and then they set out on an adventure. They're gonna bring Ishmael to Reno, and Roy's gonna train him, and they're gonna win $1 million so that A, Roy can get rich, and B, Ishmael can save his family's farm, because of course they are only $500,000 short.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yep. And then along the way they meet
Claudia.
Vanessa Angel, yeah.
TV's weird science girl.
Yeah, grew up with her.
Her own brand of hustle going on.
I thought that was kind of cool. I thought it was going to be like what they're setting up. They're saving her a little bit, but she's hustling herself.
Right.
I read somewhere that the Farrelly brothers love road trip movies. And if you think about a lot of their movies, a lot of them have in the car scenes, Dumb and Dumber especially. But This is another one where they go back and forth across the country. It lends itself to that because bowling, you tend to tour to go play the sport. So it doesn't seem out of place or forced or anything.
Yeah.
But it allows for a lot of shenanigans, a lot of scenes that people are in this one bit, which I think is what works best for the Farrelly brothers.
Yeah.
Farrelly. I kept saying Farrelly, and I learned during this that it's Farrelly.
Yeah.
I never knew.
Well, I kept thinking, whenever you were saying it, I kept thinking you were talking about Farrelly brothers. I was like, there was another one besides Chris? Like, what do we...
Kevin.
Yeah. I don't know that I'd ever heard it out loud until we watched this, honestly. Right. Yeah, and we watched a little YouTube video about it.
Yeah. Well, because, you want to talk about being Amish. We watched this on VHS. I found a copy because I knew I've had a VCR sitting around for a while. I knew that we were covering this movie when we talked about it earlier in the year. So I happened to be at the thrift store a couple months ago, and I found a VHS copy of Kingpin. I'm like, this is what's happening.
Good.
But it was full screen, unfortunately. But, we made it work. It just felt like 1996 again. It was great.
Yeah.
To the point where, just quick sidebar, there were trailers.
Oh, yeah.
What's available next on home video.
Just wait for this one.
None of which I had heard of, but there were 9 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Escape Clause.
Santa Claus 3.
Right, exactly. Poltergeist: The Legacy.
Did not look like a Poltergeist movie at all. Had a pumpkin head demon popping
I'm
up.
pretty sure that's the Showtime show.
Okay. The Crimes.
The Crimes.
I don't
Whatever
know.
that is. Wasn't it what's his name in it?
Wasn't that the one with Lawrence Fishburne? Oh yeah, no, that was the one with
Lawrence Fishburne.
Paul.
Yeah, Goodfellas.
Paul Sorvino.
Thank you.
That's the one. Thank you.
I only worked with him once.
Goodfellas, right? Fled.
Oh, we know Fled.
Yeah, I remember Fled.
I don't know Fled. It's me. A Family Thing.
Yep.
Hey, that's a good movie with
that one's decent. Yeah.
Okay. Mall Flanders.
I've heard of Mall Flanders.
Joe's Apartment. Apparently the first film from MTV Studios.
Classic film.
Awful film.
With the dancing cockroaches and whatnot. Carpool.
Oh yeah,
wasn't that Tom Arnold?
Yes, we were talking about it at the beginning of the year. We noticed that he had like 4 terrible films. He ends up winning the Razzie for Worst Actor because he's in such trash.
Yeah, after True Lies, they thought he was a star.
And they stuck him in everything, and all of them are bad. Some of which aren't really his fault, but I think he just picked bad things.
Is okay, but
yeah.
Even a broken clock is right twice a day. Oh, and then the one movie I did hear of, Twister.
Hey.
Now remind me, what's that about?
I think it's the Milton Bradley board game.
Yeah. Okay, no. It's about the Chubby Checker song. The people that do the dance are called Twisters.
It's about an ill-fated roller coaster or a tornado.
Got a bunch of comedians up in here.
The tornado that touched down in our very town yesterday for like 10 seconds. So those were the trailers that were on the VHS. But also
it was great.
It was a real experience, and then I had to like rewind it at the end. It was just,
I mean, you didn't have to, but you want to watch this over and over again. That's the thing.
Listen, I own it now. I own it on a piece of physical media, which is more than I can say.
Yeah, PlayStation doesn't want that.
Things, right?
Sony specifically.
See, there was a little byline on that where they're ceasing physical disc production. All games will now be released on VHS. So I'm ahead of the curve again.
Yeah, they're skipping Laserdisc, which would also make sense.
Yeah, well,
could you imagine a bigger PlayStation?
There's not enough lasers in the
world. They go back.
Right now.
Well, they're being used to fund our AI data centers.
Right, exactly. Which brings me back to the Amish.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
Right, Kingpin.
Tristan and I were commenting on how the fact that there's a real surplus of Amish-based comedy.
Right around the mid-90s, too.
Yeah. Everyone's just fascinated.
I remember Sex Drive, but that was like 2000s.
Well, that was...
that was 2008, I think it was.
I brought that up too, and I think Tristan said it best. This movie ran so Sex Drive could walk.
Yeah,
exactly.
Which I love Sex Drive. That was a fun movie.
It's not better than this.
No.
I looked up.
This was actually surprisingly heartfelt. Like, for as many like dumb fart jokes and at one point Claudia's fighting with her, like they have a prosthetic chest. She's boxing with her chest. I'm like, cool.
Yeah,
this is neat.
That's a good sight gag.
It's
a little cartoonish, but it's not egregious.
The rubber hand gags, and this movie is worth the price of admission just for Woody Harrelson's comb over.
Yeah,
honestly,
which I really thought I could do. I can't get in there.
Did you know that
you need to shave half your head first?
I know.
In the middle.
I need an actual wig comb over.
As funny as a lot of the spontaneous humor is, they set up stuff and pay it off beautifully.
Oh yeah,
especially with the Bill Murray character. When he's like, you're going to make that 7-10 split the day my hair starts falling out.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happens throughout the film?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
By the way, my second favorite Bill Murray performance outside of Ghostbusters.
That might come up later.
Excellent.
Yeah. It is honestly one of his best. He has such killer lines.
Well, yeah, because Bill Murray just doesn't get a script. Or
he only ad-libbed most of the script.
I'm sure.
Talks. Yeah.
He just fits in. He's on the same wavelength as the Farrellys.
By the way, here's a piece of trivia I don't know if you came across. At the end, first of all, I like that it's a bittersweet ending.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, Roy doesn't win.
Yeah, which, it would be nice, but it's not like
I like this
terrible loss. He still finds a way to win. Like, there's still success.
The 3 consecutive strikes Bill Murray did unsimulated in a row on the day of filming.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
He just put that in his back pocket for dramatic effect.
Yeah. I noticed there was a shot that Ishmael has where he nails a strike. I think all 3 of them get good shots.
I think the Farrelly brothers were interviewed about this, and they said Woody Harrelson's not a good bowler.
Yeah.
He's the worst of the 3.
Which is why he got his hand cut off in the first act.
Well, he's not going to be a good bowler if he doesn't have his right hand.
This movie's a good litmus test for people's senses of humor, too, because I would show people this movie. And once we get to that scene where his hand goes into the ball return, you could see people wince in horror and be like, "This is not a comedy."
Yeah.
I'm like, "It is. It is. It's just a dark comedy."
It's
I
just,
think I think I said that to you when you showed it to me, and watching it again, it's much better.
yeah.
Right.
So once you're on the wavelength,
It's also just fascinating how like there are so many sports comedy movies this year.
hmm
And they all kind of like borrowed from each other unintentionally. Like this one has a mentor missing a hand, and Happy Gilmore also comes out like 2 months later
Mm.
with a mentor missing a hand. And what was the other one? Oh, Tin Cup was another golf comedy, dark comedy.
Is Rene Russo missing a hand?
I don't
No.
know. Someone's
never
probably
seen
missing
it.
a hand.
Nobody's missing a hand.
I haven't seen it, but it was one of those
Okay.
things where I was like, because I kept getting, when we were talking about this, I kept getting it confused with Tin Cup.
Sure.
Different sport
great
entirely,
movie.
but
We're going to talk about it next month,
yeah.
I believe.
It was
Yeah,
just,
next month.
It's just interesting how many, it's like the DreamWorks Disney thing. They all have like competing movies that are similar concepts around the same time.
We don't get a lot of sports comedies anymore.
I know.
I mean, they're all
what was-
sequels. We got Happy Gilmore too, but
Yeah.
we didn't need
But
it.
didn't we have like, what was the last big one? Like
Probably what he just said.
Talladega
Gilmore
Nights or
too.
like the
Yeah, that's already that's 20 years old this year. I'll look it up while we discuss. Sports comedies of the 2020s. Ephus, which isn't popular. Hustle, I guess. It's not a comedy.
See, the
The
dudes-
Dink is coming out this month.
Actually, soon.
no.
Next
I
Goal
would-
Wins, which was a fart in the wind.
I would count Marty Supreme as a sports comedy.
A comedy.
Yeah, if you want to, like, all your
I
nerves to
think-
fall off your body.
Yeah, but it's just like if the Farrelly brothers did Speed, like
Right.
Oh, you didn't see Ed Burns' Finnegan's Foursome at Sundance?
Oh yeah.
I missed it. I was somewhere else that day.
Will Ferrell's got that TV show that's coming out, The Hawk.
Oh, you know what? There was that Lakers show with John C. Reilly that was pretty funny. I mean, it's pretty accurate to the Lakers too, so it was kind of a dramedy. That
Ted
was
Lasso.
was in there. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's in TV now,
Yeah, exactly.
like most other things.
Yes.
Right.
We need the scary movie guys to make a send up of challengers.
Mm.
You know what's interesting is this is the same year that Woody Harrelson also does People versus Larry Flynn.
Which some consider his best performance too. This, I think, is my favorite Woody Harrelson. Actually, really
It's
good.
weird. I mean, you watch like Cheers and he's a replacement.
hmm
You're like, well, he's kind of I might use a big word now, bantamweight actor, not really taken seriously. But then he does stuff like this, and he's hitting above his weight class.
hmm
Everybody
Really-
thought Hanson was going to be the breakout.
Yeah, really showcases what he could do.
I'm glad that you brought up that this movie has an undercurrent of pathos, though, because the scene where he goes back to his hometown and Claudia's reminiscing with him about how his dad would be proud. He's like, no, he wouldn't be proud. This timepiece, it's like time stopped. Really beautiful stuff there.
Yeah, a little bleak too because he doesn't get to reunite with his father and didn't even go to his funeral. It's
No.
not quite the darkest thing, but it's a little bleak for a comedy.
That's good, though, because then they counterbalance this scatological stuff with stuff like this. And actually, they find it doesn't feel tonally inconsistent. It feels balanced.
It also allows the romance to blossom that if it were another comedy, it would just feel forced.
Right.
So it organically showcases or shows Claudia that he's a decent person just in unfortunate circumstances.
So I gotta
Yeah.
ask you, how do you feel about gross out humor?
Ah, yes, because Farrelly
It's like
Brothers
the
are the
pioneers of it.
yeah.
This might have some of the grossest stuff they've ever done.
Well, I didn't really like it as a kid. I kind of avoided Dumb and Dumber and this, and I've never really been a fan of South Park because of that.
Right.
But what you've shown me has been decent. I've come to appreciate it, even if I'm not the biggest fan of it.
hmm
Yeah.
I think the scene with Lin Shaye might be repulsively hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, the fact that Tristan pointed out that she's a horror icon, I was like, oh, is that why her horrified face keeps popping up in the mirror and every other?
Well,
Like
her
that's what motivates
brother-
him to get his shit together. Is like, no, I can't go back.
Right.
Her brother's Robert
Robert
was the
Shaye.
president of New Line.
Right. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Though apparently she showed up on set greased up and looking like this. They thought it was like a homeless person looking for an ashtray, is the quote.
Good.
So she won the part just by like being perfect for it.
being
Well, that's
discussed.
exactly. Listen, that's what auditions are for, man.
Yeah, that scene, honestly, like that sort of gross out humor doesn't get to me. The thing I just don't like is seeing people throw up because I have
well,
like
it
a bit of a
happens in that
gag
scene.
reflex. Yeah, so I think that threw me off the first time I saw it. If it happens, I'm getting better about it, but I think that's the thing. When I was younger, I didn't love if that were to happen. So I don't like Bridesmaids. There's like all the shitting and throwing up. Kind of
Well, you
tanks
don't
that movie
see
for me. That's worse for me if you hear someone throwing up.
Right.
I'd see my cat throw up and it didn't bother me, but like hearing someone in the next room when they're genuinely just sick, couldn't do it. I hate it.
Yep.
So that's not necessarily anyone's fault in a movie. They're doing it for a purpose.
I think they do a good job of getting it to the point where it doesn't really hit my gag reflex. Whereas some of their imitators, like their second unit director, JB Rogers, went on and did something called Say It Isn't So. And that took all the wrong lessons from the Fairly Brother template.
If we made it to the
There's a part-
2000s, that would be a hidden gem.
Yeah, that was not there's a part in that movie where Chris Klein's getting a haircut from Heather Graham and she cuts off the top of his ear. And it's like that's just painful looking. That's not funny. It's a tricky proposition doing these kind of gross out gags.
Yeah. Honestly, the first Farrelly Brothers movie I saw was There's Something About Mary. And there's all the infamous scene where she gets cum in her hair. Like that didn't bother me. That was a gateway to their comedy. And I didn't think that was really that bad. It's obviously their most mainstream and successful film, I would say.
Absolutely.
Now going back and watching Kingpin and Dumb and Dumber a little later, I could appreciate them for sure. I'm trying to think if there's who are the other gross out kings of the 90s and 2000s?
Well, even before that, if you go back to even John Waters in the 80s.
Yeah, that's very scatological, literally.
That's about the shock value for the sake of shock value.
Yeah, you got to be on the wavelength of that for sure.
Right.
But I appreciate it too. That I saw a little later, like Pink Flamingos.
Yeah, that.
Were you with us when Pat showed us that, Jeff?
Which?
Pink Flamingos.
No, I don't think I've ever seen.
That movie's god awful.
I think if I did, I blacked it out. But that does seem like that's it. I do remember watching things like Glenn or Glenda or like all those.
That's an infamous night.
Yeah,
that was a great night.
Yeah, Ed Wood.
But,
yeah, I'm trying to think of who else. I never looked up any other comedians like them.
And I'm scared to Google that. But yeah, no, I totally get that. And then like cringe comedy and all of that other stuff is just kind of.
I guess a modern day equivalent would be like what Sarah Squirm.
Yeah.
I like her.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, just Google gross out comedy movies and it brings up their stuff, American Pie, Adam Sandler stuff, Joe Dirt. Joe Dirt's a bit of it. Freddie Got Fingered.
Yeah.
Freddie Got Fingered is
which is a surrealist masterpiece, as I understand it.
It is
really
actually.
Yeah.
Like people slept on Tom Green.
You know what's kind of on the same level? The Jackass movies. Even though it's more like physical comedy, they're not. Yeah. Did they do anything that's like?
Oh yeah.
Technically gross?
Oh yes.
Okay. I never saw any of the Jackass movies.
The latest one, they take laxatives and play Twister. Actually.
Ironic.
Classic.
How would you feel about Randy Quaid in the film?
He's my favorite part.
He was great. I've never seen him with such heart because he's known for playing, Cousin Eddie and
crazy assholes.
And just crazy assholes. So the fact that like
we'll talk about him in real life.
He was the most level-headed one in the whole movie, which was surprising.
Yeah, this might be my favorite performance of his too. And it's what a year he has, because just earlier this month he has Independence Day. This may be his biggest. He's a dramatic star from the 70s. Like his debut film is The Last Picture Show. He's in stuff like
Last Detail,
Midnight Run. Yeah, and he veers into comedy. He's a perfect fit. Between Cousin Eddie and this, got a pretty solid 90s career, but obviously went off the rails after that. For a minute there, he was gold.
Honestly, for a while, I thought he was better than his brother.
Yeah, I think Dennis was more an 80s star, and then he sort of picks it back up in the 2000s. I actually looked up, I'm like, what? Have we ever covered Dennis? And we haven't. We did Napalm Wilder, for Poster Boy.
Wilder Napalm,
yeah. Yeah, whatever. But that's about it. He doesn't really have a 90s slate. He has the 80s. Randy has the 90s again. So it's like 70s, 80s, 90s. They like take a decade for each other. I love his haircut. He has great timing. He also has some of the best lines, and they're actually written. I'm sure he was probably trying to ad-lib too, a little.
Yeah, him and Woody Harrelson got great comedic chemistry. And on paper, it probably wouldn't sound that great.
One of my favorites is when they escape the mob, and they're like, yeah, he's doing fine. And he's just like frozen in the back seat.
Yeah.
He's catatonic in the back.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's because it's a road trip movie, there's just bits and pieces. as they get from town to town. I don't think there's a sour note in any of these scenes.
There's a really good composition gag where he's like, I can't teach you everything about the world, Ishmael. He's like, I can figure out certain things for myself. And you see it's like they're doing close-ups of each one of them and then do a wide shot and he's defecating in the urinal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Classic shot blocking right there.
Yeah. Guy who lensed it is their go-to guy, Mark Irwin, who also had been a classic horror guy. He had done stuff like The Brood. He was a Cronenberg guy.
Oh, wow.
And he ends up doing Scream this year. So he kind of veered into comedy himself. Did Vampire in Brooklyn. And he even did one of our other poster boys, Man's Best Friend.
Yikes.
I think his pedigree from the 80s is pretty solid. Obviously, this isn't like a technical whiz kind of movie, but he definitely delivers.
Mm-hmm.
I also did want to point out, because I'm a fan of hers, the costumer, Mary Zofres. She's been nominated for a couple of Oscars because she became Damien Chazelle's person. But in the 90s was when she was really starting out. She went back and forth for the Coen brothers and the Farrelly brothers on all their films.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. What an interesting career to have. Right. Like, you're popping up and you got these two brother duos and they're blowing up and you're the one responsible for everything, dress wise, obviously. Just looking over your shoulder, like the bowling outfits are phenomenal. Everything, the Amish stuff, the whatever Claudia wears, even the extras outfits are pretty good. But yeah, I'm a big fan of hers, so I thought that was cool. Music was done by just a musician they know. He's never done anything else. Freddie Johnston. This is his only soundtrack. It's kind of just he compiled some of the most solid tracks of the mid-90s.
Yeah, and then at the end they do kind of an in-movie needle drop with the Blues Travelers.
Yeah, who I learned yesterday are from Princeton. They formed here, and they're going on tour right now, and I'm actually seeing them in a month up in New York.
No way.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and ask them how it was on Kingpin. So I'll get back to you by the September episode.
Even though there's like a silly comedy, I think they build up the suspense for the underdog tournament at the end.
Definitely. Yeah. And the fact that like it's a reconnection of, Bill Murray's the one that screwed him over and ruined his life in the beginning, and he's the one that he's got to beat to get the championship.
Mm-hmm.
That was another interesting thing that they went to Reno for Ishmael to compete, and then Ish breaks his own hand trying to defend Roy's honor.
Mm-hmm.
And so then Roy ends up having to do it himself anyway. And so it is a very nice payoff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also, this movie was educational because I didn't know that the bowling stadium was a real place. I was just like, that's not real. Like, they must have just borrowed another stadium and like shot it so that it looked like there was a bowling alley in it. Because I'm like, why would there be? That's what made me think of the Marty Supreme thing. I'm like, no one takes this sport that seriously that there was a stadium. I listen, I stand corrected.
Yeah.
And I apologize for not giving this sport the respect that it deserves.
Well, I like how they even lampoon that in the movie. They're like, oh, look at these world-class athletes, and it's just a bunch of slovenly people. Yes.
They wanted to go for authenticity. You didn't love seeing Randy Peterson and Mark Roth and Parker Bond III? You didn't?
Are those actual professional bowlers?
Just now.
What are you talking about? Did you see my eyes going back and forth?
Yeah.
Well, they did actually get these people, and they really were.
Like Christopher Walken during SNL, he's reading off cue cards. This guy.
Bowling isn't that weird. It's so funny how marginalized it seems.
The movie's making fun of the fact that you don't necessarily have to do much cardio. It's kind of a sedentary sport.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, it's a sport that more than likely has a bar attached to it.
Right.
Like for the players. Like you don't.
Yeah.
Like you go to a baseball game, yeah, they sell snacks and beer and whatnot, but like that's just for the observers. But
Yeah, the players are just popping the steroids.
Right. It's the only sport where Bud Light counts as a performance-enhancing drug.
Which is funny. That's what Super Bowl I was all about. There are people like smoking cigars right before they run back on the field.
Well, nicotine is a stimulant.
Bring that back.
It's another educational moment. Nicotine is a stimulant.
It's true. What do you think coffee does?
Really?
I'm gonna say caffeine. I need coffee. That is one of my favorite gross out jokes. When Woody comes back from the barn and he's like, "I milked your cow."
Oh, yeah.
He's like, "We don't have a cow. We have a bull." One of the most morbid ones is when he goes, "I gotta talk to Ishmael. Can you go change the horse's shoes?"
Oh, yeah.
And then he saws.
Yeah, I was about to write a strongly worded email to PETA.
Yep.
I wonder if they boycotted it.
I mean, they've abused animals in all their films.
Yeah, but never on screen.
Oh, that's not true.
No?
There's something about Mary. They beat up that dog.
Oh, I've never seen that movie, so I don't know.
And then
Really?
Me, Myself, and Irene, Jim Carrey shoots a cow in the head.
What?
Not really,
What? Yeah,
right?
he does.
Really?
Yeah.
That actually happened?
Yeah, watch the movie.
It's got to be staged.
It's an animatronic cow.
Okay. What's your favorite Farrelly Brothers movie, Cory? Because I know you've seen them all.
This one.
Sure.
This one by far.
That makes sense. I remember you being real excited to watch this.
I'm trying to think. Once around the time of Shallow Hal is when they started to descend in quality for me because then they got a little too schmaltzy.
That's the one I was trying to think of. I was telling Rebecca about some of their other films and like where they truly went downhill. And I don't mind Stuck on You, but
They had a great premise.
it kind of falls apart. It's still decent. I think Greg Kinnear's very funny in it.
Yeah, it gets a little too trilly.
Yeah, it's kind of the last hurrah for them because Hall Pass is in.
I like Hall Pass.
Yeah, Rebecca does too, actually, when I brought that up.
But like the Heartbreak Kid remake is awful.
Well, that's really what did them in because after that, they sort of break up. Oh, no, it is before Hall Pass, I guess.
Dumb and Dumber 2 is bad.
That's kind of their last one together because they split after that.
Right.
What is it? Bobby does Green Book of all things?
I think it's Peter.
Yes. I always mix it up.
Bobby actually reunited with Woody Harrelson on a different sports comedy called Champions.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier that's not bad, or is it bad?
It's okay.
Okay.
Again, it leans too much into the saccharine side. And
Well, they're like in their 60s now, so they're getting more heartfelt.
yeah, I don't like that.
Ricky Stenicki didn't bring the
Ugh.
gross out back.
They had originally done it in the 90s when they were going to with Jim Carrey. I think that would have worked, but not now.
Ah, well. What would you give her a grade? I'm sure I can guess yours, Cory.
I'm going A.
Yeah, it's your favorite Farrelly Brothers.
It's one of my it's my favorite Fairly comedy, and it might be probably one of my favorite comedies, period. Yeah.
Makes sense.
What do you think, Jeff?
I'm gonna go with A. It landed better than I enjoyed it better than I thought I would.
I'm thinking A minus. I was veering towards B plus, but I think,
What the hell?
like I said, I'm not a huge fan of gross out comedies. I've come to appreciate them, but really the only demerit I have for it is the length is a little much. Like,
yeah,
kind of want to get to the point once you know they're going to the tournament. Like, I don't really care about Claudia's being chased down by her husband. Like, I appreciate the stuff we talked about where, like, she learns to love Roy, but don't really care about any padding.
It feels like this should have been 90 minutes.
It doesn't, I mean, all the bits are worth it.
Yeah.
You could cut one or two out and it wouldn't really change the film too much.
It's funny because I've seen the extended cut and I much prefer the theatrical cut. It's better paced.
It was like 4 minutes longer, right? It's not too much.
No, but they had a couple comedic beats that just kind of drag on.
Yeah. So I could see one or two also being, it's an hour 54. I could take an hour 48 even. And that's why it's still an A minus.
Right.
It's not a bad film by any means. And I even like it better than the first time I saw it.
Yeah, and this film died at the box office.
Well, funny you should say that. I'm glad you didn't use bombed at the box office because guess what happened the weekend it came out?
Was it Desert Storm?
It was the Atlanta bombing at the Olympics. The day this came out.
Oh.
I don't think that's why audiences didn't go, but the Olympics were happening. And that's what the Farrellys actually cite as the reason they think this didn't do as well.
Might be.
They're like, well, we came out during the Olympics. Everyone was at home.
Yeah, why
There's
did
also...
I not in the theaters, I wonder.
You didn't see it in theaters either?
Uh-huh.
My wonder on some of these box office bombs is that several movies come out at once. Theaters don't see it immediately get a response. They have the theaters for the distributors, So then you don't even get a chance. You're like, well, the one weekend I had a chance, I was busy. Second weekend, it's not on my theater anymore. I would have gone to see it week 2. They don't take that into consideration because there's so many films that come out all the time. It's immediate gratification. I always think of Seinfeld not taking off until like its 3rd season. You got to think with that mentality. You can't assume people are going to go see everything week 1.
Well, I mean, that's more so a problem now.
Even more so, yes. But I think that's why some things slip through the cracks in the 90s. Way back in the day, you'd have a movie last months because they would rotate them. There'll also be less films, but there was still a chance to see things. I think there were also a lot more movie houses. You'd have like this theater was playing these 2 films. The one in the next town was playing these 2 films. So you could choose. They weren't competing as much. And then the megaplexes promised the variety. And then they all play the same 5 films. So something like this slips through the cracks. Well, that's all it really is. It's not like we have to blame the Olympics. It's just a symptom of what happened, not the exact cause to blame, but I don't know. I didn't even hear of this until it was on VHS.
Wow.
But again,
Yeah,
I'm like
we
10.
discovered it on VHS.
Yeah.
Me and my friend Danny rented it and we loved it.
They did make their money back, but that doesn't include marketing, and they made a lot more back in VHS sales. So it was much more of a success later.
Good. Glad to hear that. So we were covering Randy Quaid earlier, and since we already brought it up, Independence Day came out this month.
That's your least favorite film?
We're recording right now.
That's today.
Yeah. This is Will Smith's day. Today is Will Smith's day.
So
that's right. After this, Will Smith planted a flag and said, I'm going to release all of my summer blockbusters on July 4th.
Yeah.
Independence Day is the one of like very few movies where if I was channel surfing back when that was the thing, and I saw that Independence Day was on, I would stay and watch the entire movie.
Nice.
I hate this movie.
That's why it's fifth.
Because Cory hates fun.
It's a terrible movie.
I think he has a good reason. I have a feeling.
It's very stock characters. The design for the aliens is not very original. Other than the disaster porn sequence, it's a slog to get through.
I agree with that.
And Will Smith is being very quippy. The only one who's taking the material seriously and is actually good in the movie is Jeff Goldblum.
Mm-hmm. I would argue, who's his mentor?
Oh, Judd Hirsch.
Yeah, Judd Hirsch is decent too.
He's good.
But yeah, it's Will Smith's trying a little too hard. He really nails his type of comedy in Men in Black the next summer, but
right.
I don't know. It's
Bill Pullman's still one of my favorite fictional presidents.
He's I think great in it. And I other than agreeing about the slog, I think it's not a bad film. I think it's kind of medium, in my opinion.
It's mid,
yeah.
as the kids say.
Yeah. I think, despite us liking the disaster porn scenes, which I mentioned back when Connor was on 2 months ago, had just come on TV when we were about to record the night before. So Dad and I watched the scene where they take out the White House and the Empire State Building and then moved on. Yeah. So you really want to see the special effects.
Everybody remembers.
Yeah, but
it's a soap opera beyond that.
I don't care about the trailer park stuff. Sorry, Randy. I don't care about Will Smith's battle with his wife. Like, are they going to stay together? I like all the alien stuff. I disagree with you there. I think the design's cool. I think they try a few things, but there's only so many aliens you can make. I actually just saw Disclosure Day, and they were arguing they wanted different aliens, and it's like, okay, well, it's a love letter to the classic Roswell aliens. What do you want?
The quintessential ones that you've seen.
Yeah, you want, like, there's only so many ideas mankind can come up with.
Nah,
it has all been done before. There's nothing new under the sun.
Well, what would you want it to look like? I am curious. Not in like a defensive way.
I mean, H.R. Giger came up with an alien design that was new, so.
H.R. who?
Geiger? Giger?
It's not Geiger. I know what you're trying to. It's Giger.
It's Giger. You were saying it's an homage to the Roswellian aliens. But like, you're making an action movie, and you don't want to focus on the design of the aliens so much. You just want them to be something that is vaguely humanoid that you can, see driving one of those spaceships. And I feel like if they went too far in the wrong direction, it wouldn't have been believable for Will Smith to pilot the thing at the end.
Hey,
okay.
Also,
got a better alien invasion movie later this year.
Right.
Well, when we covered 2 months ago.
But also, think about the people that go to see blockbusters again and again and again and again.
Right.
They don't want to think. They just want to see stuff blow
Disaster porn, yeah.
That's right. No, you're right.
That's why it's successful.
They make it simple.
I get it.
Yeah. Independence Day is not high art. It's just fun.
Yeah.
And I mean, Roland Emmerich has done other disaster movies like this that I've liked better.
He did. Didn't he do Volcano?
What did Harrelson?
He did Day After Tomorrow.
That's the one.
Yeah, that's kind of a volcano of water.
He did Moonfall.
A volcano of water. Moonfall. I forgot about Moonfall.
Oh my god, Moonfall. Is that his last movie? Is he still alive?
No, yeah, he's still alive.
Who am I thinking of this dead?
I'm so sorry, Roland Emmerich.
I'm thinking of Joel Schumacher.
Independence Day. Glad you brought this up, though.
This
is a perfect segue because my next movie on my list is A Time to Kill.
That's what I was thinking of.
There you go.
Because they both made movies this month.
Which is an adaptation of a John Grisham novel, which is very cartoonish.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Never seen it.
Like, I know the KKK isn't supposed to be portrayed in a favorable manner, but this is like very broad strokes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there'd be martial law in this city if what was going on actually happened.
I feel like that's implied they're trying to stop the martial law.
If there's such scrutiny on this trial, I think they would have been checking all of the businesses around there, so a sniper wouldn't have been on the roof.
Gotcha. Simpler times, maybe. I was going to say, I noticed looking at the box office for Kingpin and other things, Time to Kill went up. One of those rare films that debuts and then it got such good word of mouth that it's very popular.
People were starving for entertainment, weren't they?
Always are.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Time to Kill.
Anyone have a good performance in it? I know this is one of the things that brings Matthew McConaughey to the forefront.
He's still getting his sea legs.
Mm-hmm.
He's not quite there yet. By the time he does Lincoln Lawyer,
that's like 2011.
Yeah, but then he's more of a convincing lawyer.
I thought he was good in Contact.
They have Sandra Bullock be in this movie, and she's like kind of the quasi love interest, even though he's married to Ashley Judd. So she's kind of superfluous.
Yeah.
She's there for sex appeal.
Sure.
They could just cut her out.
Oh.
This is good. This is a good segue too. I'm glad you're talking about the renaissance because there's somebody else who had a renaissance during this period, which was John Travolta and the movie Phenomenon.
Ooh, love this movie.
Do you?
Maybe I like Michael.
Michael, we're going to talk about.
What's Phenomenon about? Remind me.
This was shortly after Pulp Fiction revived his career.
Oh, I do like this movie a lot.
Yeah. Tim, Robert Duvall, Kara Sedgwick.
Forrest Whitaker. He's good in it.
John Travolta is a small town mechanic who suddenly gets powers of telekinesis. John Travolta always excelled in stuff like this where he had to play the affable everyman.
Yeah. This and Michael are really a 1-2 punch of quality.
Yeah.
I want to mention, I noticed Brent Spiner was in this. I forgot, but he had a good month too because he's in it.
Oh, he's in Independence Day as well.
Yeah. Really trying to make him a thing.
Yeah. Don't worry. He'll be in Out to Sea and then he'll really
then he's out to sea.
A generation-defining movie came out this month. Actually, I don't know. I think it came out in the States around the same time. When we looked at the calendar, it looked like it came out around the same time worldwide. Trainspotting.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think this is this month for sure. I double-checked when you said that. I'm like, is this really July 96?
Fantastic movie. Actually, it's only gotten better over the years. I rewatched it. I used to not like the abrupt ending. Now I appreciate it a lot more. Might be one of my favorite Ewan McGregor performances. Honestly, my favorite Johnny Lee Miller.
Yeah, he doesn't do a lot of great stuff, though. You don't like Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels?
I think that's overrated.
Fair enough.
Hackers.
Way better.
Hackers, yeah.
Hackers is good.
I showed Jeff this back in the day when I got it on Netflix.
Did you like it, Jeff?
Which one?
Trainspotting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, baby on the ceiling and stuff, yeah.
Yeah,
that's nightmare fuel right there.
Oh, yeah.
It was fucked up, but it was beautiful.
Yeah. Jimmy, I don't know if I feel like he had seen it, but maybe not. We rewatched it, if not, like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Holds up for sure. I think he might not have seen it, but I don't want to talk for him. Either way, he enjoyed it, I remember. Okay. And really, really good film, I think. One of my favorites of the year.
Oh, yeah. You'd think that'd be my number one, but it's not.
Well, the other one's pretty good.
Yeah, my number one for the month is throwback to the Ghostbusters era of horror comedy. Probably, I want to say Michael J. Fox's last foray into like starring in a big budget movie before he got his diagnosis, and it's The Frighteners.
Yeah, I think he knew by now, but you know.
Yeah, I love this movie. It's also Peter Jackson. Big budget movie.
Doesn't make another film really until Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, yes.
Almost killed his career.
Yeah, because this didn't do very well either.
To what I was saying before, I remember seeing that this was coming to theaters. I would see the trailer and in front of everything, and I was like, Mom, can we go see that? And then it was never in theaters. It was out for like that first week and then gone.
Right.
So I think it's a casualty of the amount of films there are.
Could be.
I don't know. But I didn't see it. I watched this with Jimmy as well, only like 5 years ago.
It may have been a deterrent because it was R-rated.
Yeah, that's actually why Mom didn't want to take me.
Probably. So whereas Ghostbusters was a little more family-friendly, this was not.
Oh, what's Kingpin's rating?
I think it's PG-13.
Yep. Okay. Now tell me more about The Frighteners. I interrupt.
So, no, you're fine. This is when he was first dabbling with Weta, with special effects. And honestly, the stuff with the Grim Reaper character still holds up. Like the robe and everything still looks really good. The composite shots of the translucent ghost looks really good in the movie. And I think it perfectly, again, just like Ivan Reitman did with Ghostbusters, I think it's a perfect balance of horror and comedy. Honestly, I wouldn't have minded if this took off as a franchise. Alas, I guess nobody was in the appetite for something like this kind of macabre.
Yeah.
Also, Danny Elfman's score, fantastic. It's got that dark kind of Baroque score that he does for like Tim Burton movies.
And it's not just dealy.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm saying it doesn't just have that.
It works. so
He actually tries on this one.
yeah, he does.
Dum, bum, bum, bum.
You ever see this, Jeff?
Probably not.
Frighteners.
Put it on the list.
No.
That's what we're talking about.
No.
He went away.
I know, he was
Sorry,
like-
I'm back to my old ways.
I don't think he'll like it.
You don't think so?
No.
Didn't
So
like
let-
horror con?
I was surprised how dry it was. I thought it was going to be like
Why?
really funny, and it's kind of just like it's more scary in a way.
That's okay.
I hate to say I don't like it as much as you do.
That's okay. A lot of people don't.
I would have had a different order of these 5.
It's fine. I know you probably would have put Independence Day #1 or something. Or
No,
Phenomenon.
Train Spotting for sure. Phenomenon's probably 2.
That's craziness.
Mm.
Yeah, that's okay.
I think they're all good films, all of them.
Mm.
There are quite a few films that came out this month, though. So
Yeah,
much so.
Let's re-engage Jeff into the podcast.
Yeah, so much so that it's our first smorgasbord of the year. We had a glut of posters the next few months, so gotta share with you. Let me make sure
Love
I'm on the
that.
first one. You ready, buddy?
Yep.
This is gonna be a tough one first.
It's fine. I don't even know the order he's gonna show them.
Nope.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
you know,
Uh-huh.
I think I might know this one now.
Uh-huh.
So
Damn
it's a
I know. When the trailer come on, I'm like,
Brought it up earlier.
I even said to you, hey, have you ever heard of this? And you're like, no. I'm like, fuck.
So this is, for those of you listening, there's an ominous door just cracked open ever so slightly, and in the foreground are a bunch of partying cockroaches.
Is that beer stein in there?
One's got a beer
Yeah.
stein, one's
Yeah.
got a cigar.
Yeah, they're party animals.
Yeah, yes, exactly. It's a Geffen Pictures release.
Good, you can read that.
And I'm gonna
Wow.
say that this is Joe's apartment.
Good. For a second I was like, did you have to look at your phone to remember
No,
the name?
tagline.
Yeah, I still have questions for you in case you remember the trailers.
Yes.
I'm glad you started off with that. So it felt like there was a time between. This is where I would ask you, do you remember the trailers from, well, you remember the name, but if you were presented this poster as a PR or an ad exec, what would you want to call it? I mean, Joe's apartment kind of works. You get the premise. You know, it's Joe's apartment's overrun.
Yeah, because honestly, it looks like an apocalyptic comedy. Because
Mhm.
you know the old joke about how the only thing left will be cockroaches.
Mm-hmm. So this is a Bug's Life.
Right. Yeah, this basically feels like
Yeah.
a Bug's Life for adults.
So ants.
Yeah.
Do you remember who is Joe?
I don't recall who was Joe. Was it one of the
You
Wilson
want me to give him a
brothers?
Yeah, sure. He is a brother. His brother was in a cult classic sci-fi show with him.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It's like the only credit his brother has.
He's currently married to Mystique.
That's true. Not Jennifer Lawrence.
John Stamos?
Nope. Stole her from John Stamos.
Wow.
Has 2 kids.
I don't.
You remember Stand By Me?
He watched that at Pat's, didn't he?
Yeah.
You were there for that.
Wait, oh my God.
River Phoenix is dead, so.
O'Connell.
By now, yeah.
Jerry O'Connell?
I guess
There
it
you
didn't.
go.
Wow.
Jerry O'Connell.
Wow. Wow.
He's like not too upset the cockroaches are there, but his girlfriend certainly is.
Oh man, the cockroaches are my friends.
They're
God.
partying.
Where the party never stops and the dates never stay.
Is that your
If I
tagline?
remember,
Oh, that's
that
a good
was- that was the
tagline, actually.
that was the tagline from the trailer.
Okay.
I
What
can't
would
think it.
what would you
I
come
thought
up
he came
with?
up with that just
I was
now.
like, all right.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, I honestly I can't come up with a better tagline than that.
I would say something like, because there's a bunch of smoke on the ground, I'm like, he's got some bad roaches,
The
you know,
yeah,
because of the
Roaches
drugs.
aren't just for smoking.
right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Just raid the movie. Sex, bugs, rock and roll. But there's
Cool.
no comma. There's no
Thank you.
Oxford comma.
Made me so fucking mad.
So it's got sex bugs. So literally, this movie is about the rock and roll made by sex bugs.
Thank you.
That's
They're so lazy.
this is MTV, man.
Yeah. I was gonna ask, do you want to know a fun fact? But you even said it when you were talking about
Yeah,
the trailer. Yeah.
that's the one drawback.
So you kind of got bonus points for jumping the gun.
Yes,
This is based on a series of commercials.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Huh.
love that.
Yeah. So this was a bit of a dud, but not your fault. Kingpin ruined it. Don't worry, we have another one.
Okay,
Do you recognize this?
I may
The color palette should give it-
wait. Yes, I know what this is.
Yeah. What's he looking at?
So it's a kid sitting on a boombox, and he's looking up at what I can only assume is a genie played by Shaquille O'Neal.
There you go.
as most genies are.
Which, by the way, I'm looking at a blank screen. I'm just like it's a blue background, but I remember this movie.
Yeah.
It's Shazam.
It's such a
starring
famous.
Sinbad.
Oh wait.
What'd you say it was?
Yeah. Well, obviously this is going to be a genie, but do you have an idea what the quote would be, or what would you do if you were presented with Kazam?
Big wishes need a big genie, because that's the whole joke. The world's most powerful genie has just met his match.
Yeah, this was in case you didn't remember Kazam. I was going to give you the quote
Well, 'cause
first
that
to try
was-
and jog your memory.
That was really the only joke they had going for him, was that Shaquille O'Neal was a fucking enormous human.
Yeah. Just in
And
case you
so-
didn't know he was in the movie.
Shaq.
Yeah, it's obviously a good movie, so.
There's a Shaq
Wait,
attack.
no, wait.
Wait, oh,
Ah.
oh, phew.
What
Not-
is this revisionist history? Get out.
I was gonna
He actually put it in Shazam.
We're gonna show this Sinbad.
I was almost gonna just show you the Sinbad poster. I still have it in here somewhere. I could dig it up, but you get the idea. It's Shazam. Yeah, I found this Photoshop version of a Sinbad poster, and they really did get the font down.
Yeah,
So
it's Mandela.
I also want to. Do you ever watch Veronica Mars?
No.
Okay, well you won't know this, but this is the kid today.
Huh.
Oh my God.
Isn't that cool? He looks like crazy different, but he was in Veronica Mars. That's like his other claim to fame. He's very good in it.
He looks
So-
like he's done several stints in San Quentin.
Right? That was the thing in Veronica Mars. He's like the other side of the tracks kid that Veronica
He is
befriends.
great.
He's a great actor, though. Also, his name is Francis Capra. Frank Capra. Not related, but
Not possible.
yeah. It is kind of cool that he's good in Veronica Mars.
I feel like
Anyway,
Jeff knows this one too.
do you know this?
I
You love this movie?
So this
Okay.
is, I've never seen it, but this is it's a white screen with, it looks like Michael Keaton
Good points.
hugging. Oh my God, I can't name the actress.
Come on, it might come back to you.
I know it
Her
won't come
daughter's a
back to
big
me.
deal right now.
Play a Cher song in your head.
I
I don't know. Is that not her? There you go.
like I know the face. I just don't. I don't remember her name.
Yeah.
But they're very far. They're oriented very
Yeah.
right. Almost as though there should be a line behind them made
Yeah.
up of other Michael Keatons.
How many Michael
'Cause this
Keatons?
is 12 maybe. I don't
Maybe
know.
multiple.
12 angry Keatons.
Yeah.
Yes, there's multiples of them because this is multiple.
12 Angry Keatons.
Here, let me try to. I'll pretend that you don't know this, but I'll give you a hint. Like, oh, what if there were a lot of Michael Keatons in
God.
the film for some reason? So, that's not good. Wait. Oh, sorry. Oh God, I don't know what's happening. Oh boy. Oh gosh.
Oh, no.
Oh, I fixed it. I fixed it. I fixed it. I stayed up till 2 a.m. to do that. So that
That's a good
was
sight gag.
totally worth it. But yeah, so do you know who she is?
I'm not gonna remember the name.
Yeah, I always forget her name, honestly.
I
You
know.
want me to
I feel
say it?
I feel terrible.
Yeah.
Just say the name.
Well, there you go.
Andy McDowell. Yeah, no, it would never.
What were you gonna say? Were you gonna try and give him a hint?
I was gonna give him a hint. I was gonna say that her daughter was in The Substance.
Yeah, but it's not even the same
Yeah, I've
name.
never seen The Substance either.
Yeah, that doesn't
I
No,
don't
help.
watch
sure.
movies. That's the
Was.
whole reason why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
But I still
However,
recognize it because it's definitely like it's a memorable poster.
yeah, good movie.
Yeah. So
Um,
what's the premise of this one though?
Well,
You find a cloning
It's not
machine.
premise if I ever heard one.
actually, yeah,
Is it like Mickey 17 but with
He's
Better than-
not far off, actually.
yeah, better living through cloning.
God.
There is another tagline. So I'm still gonna. I didn't love this one, so I wasn't gonna fault you if you didn't know it or anything. Could you come up with a tagline knowing what the premise is? I guess Cory should say what happens first.
I mean, he looks like he's just a regular old contractor, and I'm guessing she's just, she owns some sort of contracting company or something and doesn't want to pay her laborers, so she decides to just invest in a cloning machine where she could just clone her husband to do all the work.
Kind of.
No?
Eh.
Am I close? Am I
I think so.
He's not too far off.
Doesn't he? He's sick of having no time to do stuff, right?
Right.
So he clones one of himself, and then it keeps going because then the clone gets lazy and clones himself, and they
Yeah,
start being a little different.
Yeah.
Mickey 17 takes it to the extreme where like his girlfriend's kind of excited about the fact.
Right.
What would you do as a tagline?
for the to-do list that keeps on
Doing?
to doing.
Okay.
Sometimes to get more out of life, you have to make more of yourself.
Multiplicity.
Read that.
Adorbs.
I don't know how he ever reads these. When I'm editing, I'm like, this font is the smallest thing in the world, and I'm up at 300%.
I mean, I have a 27-inch monitor, so
Yeah, I'm on my
That's
tiny
fair.
laptop.
That's-
That's why I'm grateful for you being the one doing this.
which is also why I'm like,
That's why I always
You
gotta
gotta
like
do-
cut out
you
the
gotta-
name.
you got to do a better job at blurring the credits.
Right.
Well, I always get the name. I don't care if you see their names in the bottom. Like Andy McDowell was up there the whole time. You could have seen that.
As well, she should be.
She's underrated.
She is.
Yeah. But I also thought I wanted to say Janine Garofalo.
Squinting, I can see it.
Different vibe.
Yeah. You think that would be better? Janine Garofalo in this role? It's kind of thankless.
She'd be a little too sardonic.
Yeah.
I don't think that she'd be the non-careerist wife.
I mean, she doesn't fit a Harold Ramis movie necessarily, but maybe it would have brought a different vibe to the thing.
Maybe.
This didn't do that well either. This is sort of the downswing of Keaton's career.
Yeah, it actually doesn't hold up very well.
Really?
No.
That's too bad. I remember renting this with Mom, and we were like, this is really good. And then it kind of just doesn't end.
No.
The ending doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were talking about Tom Arnold earlier, right? There's another star that had a lot of films this year.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
You were waiting for the day this was going to show up, right?
Do you know this one?
I don't think I know the name.
This is kind of a cheat.
But it's just
kind of.
So it's a yellow background with a dinosaur, a la dinosaurs, dancing with someone in a black spandex, almost 90s battle suit looking thing. And I'm guessing it's Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah.
Yep. I want to say there's like some T-Rex pun is his name, I think. Right? And just like, isn't it just Rex or is it like Fred Rex? Or
so close. Your tongue almost made it happen. But think about it.
Terry Rex? I don't.
Well, the first thing I do, I don't have the name next. I have a catchphrase.
Okay.
So why don't you try just based on this? You don't know the premise or anything.
Good cop
in a prehistoric situation.
Yes. Just two good guys in a prehistoric situation. Time to put out an Amber Alert.
I actually like that. I hate that that's kind of funny.
Well, I don't know. It's just bothering me that their solution for putting shoes on a dinosaur was to merge 3 pairs of cons together.
I wonder if you ever see his feet in the movie, because this is probably just for the poster, probably Photoshop.
Yeah.
By the way, here's the quote.
No, I'm just very confused. I'm like, why she's dressed like that? So she has to be like some sort of government assassin who was
well, she's the world's toughest cop.
The world's toughest cop is getting a new partner. He's a real blast from the past.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's something Rex. I can't think of it.
On the day of our country's anniversary,
Detective Soros.
Who is our greatest Mount Rushmore president? Opinion time.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't even know who's on Mount Rushmore.
Wow.
I know.
Okay, well, do you think this dinosaur would carry a big stick?
Roosevelt. Wait, yeah. So Theodore Rex.
There you go.
Yeah, there he is.
Love that font.
There he is.
There is one more catchphrase below the Rex, and it's really good.
Is he taking a bite out of crime?
He is not McGruff. Which was still popular at this time. What was also popular around now, with kids particularly?
From the makers of Jurassic Park.
Similar species. Opposite color of this on the color wheel.
Land Before Law and Order. I'm losing it. Don't even think of calling him Barney. Oh, God.
Because he had just come out.
Yep.
Classic.
And I love how they put that at the bottom of the poster at eye level with the children.
Yeah, like they added it in later, too.
Right.
What a lineup of films this month. None of them better than Independence Day, probably.
What an extravaganza of nonsense. Which was another title for this podcast.
Funny enough, we've had Bill Murray as our patron saint for so long. We never did picks of the month for him. I would hesitate and ask, would you guys want to cover Woody? Because we've never done Woody Harrelson either. Like, this is the first time we've even really talked about him in his career. But this might be our last chance to actually have Bill Murray as our choice.
Doesn't he make like 17 cameos between now and the end of the 90s anyway? There's still 4 more years. He doesn't show up in anything else?
He does like Larger Than Life.
Wild Things. Man Who Knew Too Little.
Yeah, we might actually do Wild Things.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah. Maybe we'll save him for Wild Things.
All right. So
would you rather do Woody Harrelson?
Also, nothing saying we can't do both. Except
Just
our own rules.
It's true. We did actually have Woody in 2 of our other films, but they were both cameos.
I mean, I also have a movie that double taps both of those actors.
Mm-hmm.
Because I actually really did like him in Zombieland.
It is a great film.
Great cameo.
For both of them.
Talking about Matthew McConaughey before, with Time Being a Flat Circle. True Detective is just a remake of Ed TV.
Never seen True Detective.
Really?
Any of them.
You should watch that.
Yeah.
They got a show now called Brothers.
Yeah, they're doing another thing together.
Yeah.
Comedy version of True Detective. Oh, it's a fictional version of their real lives.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Oh, he was an LA Story.
Is Matthew McConaughey's father the assassin? Did you know Woody Harrelson's father was a contract killer?
They might have the same dad.
Yeah.
No, but natural born killers now makes more sense.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Charles Void Harrelson.
Wow.
Yeah, it's implied that he might also be Matthew's father.
Yep.
What a wild thing that this
Wait.
guy might have fathered two of the greatest actors.
That's insane.
I got my
In
pick
case I wasn't clear, my pick was Zombieland.
for both of them, in case we do both.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could always revisit Bill for Wild Things.
I'm doing People versus Larry Flint.
That makes sense. I'm going to go with The Messenger, 2009 film where he and Ben Foster play people that come to tell people their loved ones have died in war.
And Foster's great too.
Great drama.
Which one was that?
The Messenger. It's the one that was filmed in South Plainfield.
Yeah, I think we watched that because it was filmed
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, they filmed a scene where they're arguing about what they should do, like how intense it is at Sean's storage facility over on like South Clinton. Also had a friend that mom taught at Piscataway High. They used her house to be Ben Foster's house. Or no, whatever girl he's trying to hook up with in that. Samantha Morton?
Jenna Malone.
Samantha Morton. Her house. But I guess I should ask Jimmy which Woody Harrelson movie he likes to. If we were to do Bill Murray as well.
I'm going with Quick Change.
Yeah? Our third
Yeah.
episode.
Right.
Or no, it's like 7th. I think it was July 1990. This is tough. I always want to do something that's underrated for a pick of the month to like suggest, but I gotta go with Lost in Translation.
Oh, there
It's
you
probably that's probably my favorite Bill Murray role. I almost thought about Life Aquatic. That's very important to our friendship, Cory. Used to quote the
That's right.
trailer to each other.
go. Goldblum got shot in the chest.
Also, watching City Ember with you, and then just popping in. Jimmy'd probably go with one of the Ghostbusters, I would assume. He's good in Broken Flowers, too.
It's a great
Good,
movie.
good in Ed Wood. I can't wait to see Wild Things. I've never seen it.
It's really good.
Scrooged.
Yeah,
Great movie.
I do love Scrooge.
He does come back for a Farrelly Brothers film.
Osmosis Jones.
I've never seen it.
I like that movie.
Yeah,
Oh, I remember Osmosis Jones.
yeah, I kind of want to watch it. See if it holds up in any way.
Wait, didn't he play like he was the guy that they were
He's the body.
fighting? Yeah, he's the
Yeah.
He's
body.
the body that go inside.
That is very Bill Murray.
He's on the poster. Everybody needs a hero. Brandy is in it. Brandy and William Shatner. That's a trivia question. All right, I think we have a couple of good choices for both of them. If we put up Woody Harrelson, and whether or not we put up Bill Murray,
Right.
I think we will be fine having them both.
It's a double feature.
Yeah.
'Cause I didn't realize how many movies they'd actually done together.
Yeah, they're in a couple.
To do that one. What's your favorite Bill Murray / Woody Harrelson movie?
This one.
This one.
Yeah, this is
But
good. Yeah.
Zombieland's next.
Is there a third?
Double Tap.
She's having a baby, apparently.
Well, it's an uncredited cameo from both of them, probably. Yeah, it's because there's a ton of actors in it. Anyway, I don't know how to segue into this, but this all started as a chain reaction, would be what I'd say if I knew how to segue. Next month, we're going to cover an actor we haven't actually talked about in the podcast before. We've mentioned him for other movies he's done, but not like discussed his career. Keanu Reeves starred in a little talked about now thriller called Chain Reaction. I have no idea what it's about.
Perfect.
I'm sure there's something that starts a chain reaction. I hope. Otherwise, the name makes no sense.
Right.
Could be sci-fi. Someone could launch a nuclear bomb. Could be he's caught in the Holland Tunnel and has been taken over and he's got to get out because he doesn't see any daylight, I don't know. But either way, I know he'll go to extreme measures to make sure that it'll turn out okay. That's or
Going to
September.
recap the whole year.
Oh, yeah. Is daylight this year?
I believe so.
Okay.
December.
Yeah, we're not doing it. We have another Alien movie.
No?
All right. Well, stay safe. I know it's already 3 weeks later, but hopefully the country is still here. I'll be in my 40s by the time you watch this, but hope you enjoyed our discussion of Kingpin. Let's
Go bowling and don't Munson it.
Yeah.
Don't go
never.
Munson.
I'm glad he never brings up like I'm Munson. Why does that name sound familiar?
No, that was okay. Hang on. Before we end, this is one thing we didn't talk about. Was Munsoning a thing before this movie came out? Or did that become a thing?
No, it's his name.
Okay,
No.
that's the whole gag is that
That's the joke.
I
Like
know,
you. Oh, like I get it. Like it was a thing, and they decided to apply it to this movie. Like this is where the origin is from.
yeah, like that's
I
why
get
he's
it.
named
I see what
Munson.
Yeah.
But no, it's just okay. I'm gonna start using that more now.
To be up a creek without a paddle.
Don't
Yeah.
Munson. Let's not Munson this episode.
Can't tell if my fingers got thicker. I think I got fatter.
Possible.
Oh well. This is a custom ball for me. Just like what's that movie? Or I'm nicknamed Thelonious Monk. Yeah. The Thelonious Monk of bowling. Almost broke my finger.
How did we get here?
You don't remember the spider?
Because as you know,
Ooh.
America runs on Duncan.
He loved to fall asleep to the dullest sports.